Hello everyone, I am Arena International Master and FIDE instructor Rishikesh Chavan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in Chess Made Simple, we are going to learn about composing discovered attack. This is the first part of this topic and second part will be coming soon. So let's start. A discovered attack can be constructed with the help of five different types of preparatory moves, and these preparatory moves can be aiming, eliminating the defender, clearing, luring, and chasing. For example, check this position. Here, white is going to play queen f2 check. By giving this check, white is aiming or white is aligning his queen against black's queen. So after this check, of course, black will have to move his king. Wherever the king goes, now this discovered attack will come. So rook e8 check, any black move. So whether he captures with the rook or whether he captures with the bishop, it doesn't make any difference. So after rook into rook, white is getting black's queen by queen into queen. So here we give check first. We aim, we align our pieces against opponent's long range pieces, and that way we created a discovered attack. Let's move ahead. Okay. Now here, as you can see, rook's attack on the queen is blocked by the bishop. So we can say that this bishop is a masking piece. Right now, white wanted to play bishop h7 check so that he can pick up the queen on the next move. But bishop h7 check is not possible in this current position because knight is blocking bishop's way, or knight is blocking this check. So first of all, we need to eliminate this defender. We can say that knight is defending this check, so we are going to play h5. Wherever the knight moves, now the road is clear, the diagonal is clear. Now there follows bishop h7 check, king captures, and then finally we are getting the black queen. So here we remove the defender first so that we can give this discovered check on h7. Next. Okay. Now here again, rook's way is blocked by his own knight and bishop, and in the same line, black's queen is situated. So white wants to get rid of both the pieces so that he can capture the queen. Now, if you focus well, you will realize that knight f7, knight f5 check is coming up. Your knight e6 check is possible, so that knight will be moved away. What about the bishop on d5? So white needs to clear this piece first before he can give this check. So moves are like bishop into b7. White is sacrificing his bishop because for that sacrificed piece he is getting much more extra material. Of course, black will have to capture the bishop. Whether he captures the bishop or not, it's not very important. Knight f5 check, and now here comes the discovered attack or discovered check, I would say. And white is giving check, so black is busy saving his king. Whatever he plays, so maybe he can move the king away or maybe he can capture the knight. On the next move, white will be getting black's queen. So this is the example of clearing. Then next we have luring away. Now as you can see, rook is already on this open c file, and this bishop can be a masking piece, but right now there are no targets in front of the rook. So first of all, we have to lure black's piece to come in front of white's rook, and that can be done by playing knight c7. Knight c7 is a double attack on both the rooks, so maybe black will capture the knight. If he doesn't capture, then white will be getting a rook for sure. If he captures, now the position is set, the stage is set. Now this bishop can move away on f8, give check, and keep opponent busy. And on the next turn, white can pick up black's queen on c7. So bishop f8 check, rook into f8. It doesn't make any difference whether he captures with the rook or the with the king, because on the next turn, white is definitely going to pick up black's queen. So this is an example of luring. So we invited opponent's piece, or we attracted opponent's piece on a particular line so that we can execute this discovered attack. Let's move ahead. Now, as you can see, bishop's way is blocked by white's knight. Also, the other bishop is there. Right now, there is no black piece in front of white's b3 bishop. White would be very happy if there is some important black piece in front of white's bishop, so that he can give this knight d6 check, and on the next move he can pick up that piece. But sadly, right now no piece is present on this diagonal, so we are going to force black to put a piece on that diagonal. So we are going to play bishop g7 check. Rook is under attack. So to save the rook, black may play rook g8. Now, after this initial move, now rook is on this diagonal, and white is all set to give this discovered check and pick up the rook on the next turn. So the game may continue like this: knight d6 check, knight into d6, and then finally bishop into g8. So here white wins an exchange. Next position, please. Okay. The same idea is used in this position. Bishop's diagonal or bishop's attacking range, attacking line is blocked by the rook, and there is a queen in front of white's bishop. Now, if this rook moves away, then there will be a discovered attack coming up on the queen. But how to do that? For I mean, if the rook just moves away, then there is this single attack, and that way queen can simply move away. Let me tell you, we have already done double attack topic, and in double attack we have learned that we have to attack opponents two weaknesses at the same time. Then only we can hope to win some extra material. If we attack just one piece, then opponent can easily save that one piece or that one target in one move. So here again, if we move the rook away, then it's just a simple single attack on this queen, and of course black can save this attack. But if you focus well, then you can find a hidden threat. There is a checkmate coming up. There is a mating net white can weave. So the position moves ahead like this: rook h4. So here this looks like a simple safe discovered attack, where black can save his queen easily, and white is not getting anything extra. But after any queen move, as you can see, this bishop's diagonal is open and king is trapped on the h8. There is no way king can run away, or there is no way king can run out of that corner. And by using this weakness, white can perform a checkmate. Rook into h7 check, king into h7 forced, and then finally queen h4 mate. So here by using discovered attack, white created a mating net around black's king, and finally he gave checkmate to the black king. Let's see what is happening over here. Here again, to give any tactics, there has to be two weaknesses present on the board. Right now there is this exposed king, and black's queen is hanging on e1. So what we can do, we can play queen e6 check. Why we are giving this check? So we are lining up the pieces. We have lined up white's queen against black's queen, and whenever this knight moves away, there will be a discovered attack coming up on the black's queen. So where will this king move? So maybe queen will move to h5. Why h5? If he goes to h7, then he can get checkmated very easily. So let's see what happens if he goes to h7. Then there follows knight g5 check, king h8. Of course, white can pick up the queen over here, but instead of picking up the queen, there is more. Queen c8 check, forced. As you can see, black's back rank is weak, and finally queen into queen checkmate. So to avoid this checkmate, after this initial queen e6 check, black king will move to h5, and now as you can see, if the knight moves away and gives check to the black king, then on the next turn white can pick up the black queen. So the game goes ahead like knight f6 check, g into h6, and then queen into queen, white wins black's queen. Now here white has to be a bit careful, because he cannot give this check. So white is thinking about giving knight g3 check and picking up the queen on the next turn. Then after knight g3 check, black will pick up the knight with his queen, and that way he has saved his queen and he has got the knight for free. So you have to calculate accurately before you actually, or before you execute the plan over the board. Next, let's see what do we have over here. Okay, it is black to play. So we are continuing with rook e1 check. Now why we are playing rook e1? White's queen is hanging on g4 g5, and there is already a queen present on that diagonal. So wherever or whenever this knight moves away, on the next move, black can pick up white's queen. But right now knight has no target. If black wants to pick up white's queen after moving the knight, then black must keep white's pieces, or black must keep white busy. And how do we keep our opponent busy? There are four ways to do that. Either we give check, or we give checkmate threat, or we capture something so opponent is busy in recapturing, or we attack any piece so that opponent is busy in defending that piece. So here we give this initial check. King is forced to go to h2, and now as you can see, king is in the range of knight. So knight g5 check. Of course, if he captures with the queen, we are getting the queen for free. And if he captures knight with the pawn, then as we have just discussed, we are picking up the white queen for free. Let's move ahead. Let's see what do we have over here. Again, it's black to play. Queen is hanging. Right now, it looks like queen g7 checkmate is coming up, and it seems it's impossible to stop this checkmate. But black can save his position by using discovered attack. So the first move is check. So by giving this c8 check, why? C1 check. Why we are giving check from c1? We can even give check from b1, but here we have to line up our queen against opponent's queen. That's why we are giving this queen c1 check. King has to go up, and then now after any knight check, on the next turn we'll be picking up the queen. So knight f1 check, maybe king g1, and then we'll play queen into queen, and that way we have stopped this impossible checkmate, or forced checkmate, and at the same time we got extra material. We'll conclude this position with this we'll conclude this topic with this exciting position. Let's see what is happening. Okay, uh, rook is there, king is also beat exposed, and queen is hanging on this square on c7. And at the same time you can see bishop is not so well placed, so there are a lot of weaknesses present on the board. So black starts with queen into rook check. Right now, before playing queen into rook, if you see, then you may find black's position difficult, because there is this attack on this queen, then there is attack on the bishop, then there is attack on this diagonal. King is exposed, king is there is not enough pawn shelter for the king. So it looks black's position is difficult, but by using this discovered attack, black can rescue his king, black can rescue his difficult position. So game goes ahead with this queen into f1 check, forced bishop into f1. And as you can see, after this initial exchanges, now this rook is in the line of the queen. So whenever this bishop moves away, on the next turn black can pick up white queen on c7. Now to do that, whenever black moves this bishop, he will have to keep white busy. And as just we discussed, we can keep our opponent busy by giving a check. So here bishop into a2 check. There is no way white can save its queen, or white can move away its queen, because there is a check. Maybe he will capture, and then finally we'll get the queen. So after these initial exchanges and discovered attack, as you can see, black has emerged with extra rook, and black will definitely win this game. So this is the way we can compose a discovered attack. So giving discovered attack is easy, but to compose discovered attack, you'll have to line up the pieces. You'll have to find all the weaknesses, and according to the weaknesses, you'll have to line up your long ranged pieces, and then a discovered attack is never too far away. I hope you enjoyed this chess made simple topic. So we'll be getting more such topics soon. Thank you very much, everyone.